What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Four Verts. My name is Harrison Graham. Week 12 in the books as the 49ers take care of the Carolina Panthers 20-9 on Monday Night Football. Despite not playing that well, they improved to 8-4. Carolina falls to 6-6. We'll break this one down. Plus, we're going to take a look at the updated NFL playoff picture as we get on to Week 13. Quick week, triple header on Thanksgiving, Bears-Eagles on Friday, so buckle up as we're hitting the home stretch here. But we'll get into this game tonight coming up here in just a moment. Do want to ask everybody to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're bringing you daily and free NFL content, the latest news. We're kind of getting to coaching carousel season, some coordinators getting fired. We covered the Chip Kelly, Shane Bowen news over the last couple of days. College football heating up, NFL, college football. We do it all. Join us for the ride. We got you covered all season long. Okay, let's hit this game real quick, then we'll take a look at the playoff picture situations as the 49ers kind of just muck one up, grind one out against, I don't know, the worst 6-6 team I've ever seen in the Carolina Panthers. 20-9. Brock Purdy in the first half is throwing flutter balls, got picked 3 times, could have been about 6. And I'm not saying that facetiously. He could have been picked off 2 or 3 more times. Tightened it up at halftime, played better in the second half, kind of just took care of the ball. But despite throwing 3 first-half interceptions, the 49ers led 10-3 at halftime. You're going like, well, that's not going to work if you're Carolina. You get 3 interceptions off of Brock Purdy, and you're trailing by a touchdown at halftime, you're just not going to win. You're just not going to win. And the 49ers, while they didn't play great in the second half, they just cleaned it up, right? Like, okay, we're up 7. We're playing like shit. If we just play turnover free, hammer Christian McCaffrey, make a couple simple throws, we're not going to lose this game. Robert Saleh had that game under control with the 49ers defense. And Bryce Young, Bryce Young every week plays the same game. He makes about one big play. The touchdown pass to Tedero McMillan was nice. Really good route by Ted. He's a good player. I like him a lot. But other than that, it's stinking, it's dunking, it's scrambling for 1 yard. I mean, it felt like he had 6 1-yard scrambles tonight. And it's just like, I just don't see it with Bryce Young, man. I call him social media's favorite quarterback. The Bryce Young story is so fascinating why people got enamored with him late last year and into the offseason and this year. Because here's what happened. What happened was his rookie year, he was one of the worst players we've ever seen for a number 1 overall pick. He was awful. He was absolutely horrendous. And he was so bad to start his second year that Dave Canales had to bench him. He's like, I'm taking you out. I am going to play Andy Dalton, who played for about a month and a half. Then he broke his thumb, so he had to go back to Bryce. And to Bryce's credit, he played better. But here's the thing. The bar was so low from where Bryce Young was as a rookie that when he played better, the whole world, social media was like, Bryce Young has arrived. And I kept saying this on the show, and I'm like, it was like the 8 game chunk to end the season. Bryce Young is here. And he was like a 61% completion guy, not many explosive plays. He had a lot of big-time throws, which is a PFF stat. And I was like, okay. But, like, all these, like, impressive plays are in these, like, meaningless games that they're losing in. Other than that Eagles game last year, that was a crazy game. Like, it's all low leverage, empty calorie stats. And I'm like, okay, hey, he's improved. But he went from horrendous to, okay, he's playing like a fringe starter, good backup. And that's what he is. We're watching it this year. Everybody was like, he's going to build off that momentum. He is here. He's just not very good. He's is he the 28th best quarterback in the NFL? Yes, he's not the worst quarterback we've ever seen like we saw in his first year, but he's never a top 12 guy in this league. I don't think he's a top 15 guy. Like on his best day, like last week, he throws for 448 yards against the Falcons. That's got to be one of the all-time fluky stat lines. How does Raheem Morris should get fired tomorrow for giving up 448 to Bryce Young? That was only his second game this year that he crossed 200 yards passing. Not 300, 200 yards passing. I mean, tonight, I swear to God, this is Bryce Young's stats line every week. 18 of 29, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. It's always around 60-ish percent and sub 200 yards. And listen, young quarterbacks, the accuracy comes and goes. I'm a Bears fan. I run a Bears channel at Chat Sports. Caleb Williams misses a lot of throws. You know what he also does? 1, he doesn't throw a lot of picks. And 2, he hits a lot of big throws, explosive plays. There's no explosives with Bryce Young. Yes, the 25-yard touchdown or whatever to Ted McMillan, nice play. It's like 1 a game. Where their offensive line's good. They can run the ball. Now, Dave Canales tonight, I don't know why he's not running Rico Dowdle more. 6 carries for like 30 yards. It's like, why is he not getting more carries? But I don't see it with Bryce Young. I do not understand. Every week I see people on the internet just raving. And I'm like, what am I missing? I don't watch every play he plays, but I sat there and watched tonight, and I'm like, I feel like this is the same Bryce Young I've seen for the last 15 games. Yes, he's better than what he was as a rookie. He should be. He should be improved. But as a number 1 pick, he's not a good player. He's not a good. There's no way if I'm Carolina, I would give him the 5th-year option unless he just goes on a heater to end the season. And this was an opportunity tonight for the Panthers. You win tonight, you're in first place in the NFC South. Your defense gives you 3 interceptions, 2 by J.C. Horn, and you turn that into 3 points in the first half? That's unacceptable, man. The 49ers were giving you this game. Oh, and you punch the ball out on Christian McCaffrey, and 2 Panthers defenders jump on the ball and can't recover it, and the 49ers get it back. It's just like the Niners gave you chances to at least take a lead in the first half and give yourself a chance to win this game, but they just didn't take advantage. And look, if you're San Francisco, you just take it. It's been the year of let's just find a way. I think the Niners deep down know that they're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. They have too many injuries, especially on defense. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, they kept panning over to them. They're sitting up in the box, sipping on beverages and whatnot. There's just too much high-level players not available. But Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh, they're doing a hell of a job, man. They're going to win 10, 11, maybe even 12 games, and they got flaws. Brock Purdy's not playing great. Their defense is beat up. So I give those 2 guys a lot of credit. But Carolina, I said it earlier today. I was like, okay, Carolina, people keep trying to convince me. Okay, show me something tonight. Show me. Where is it? Like, seriously, where is it? I get it. They're 6-6. They're improved, but like they play in a joke of a division. I don't see it. I think the Bucs end up winning that division, not even because Tampa's that good right now, but because I can't buy into this Carolina team. I can't. They're not showing me anything to buy into. So I'm not there with Bryce Young. Obviously, I'm not saying bench the guy or anything, but I think big picture. The problem, too, is like, yes, he's improved some. How much better can he get? He's 5'10". He's very thin. So you're always going to be worried about injuries long term. He doesn't have a big arm. He's an average athlete. There's no elite trait. In theory, he can layer the football, throw with some anticipation, but he's limited over the middle of the field because he's so small. He's kind of like a Kyler Murray who can't run as well. That's a problem. At best, he can be like the 18th best quarterback in the league. And he's not that right now. So he's not for me. He seems like an easy guy to root for, but I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good. And, they're going to play the rest of this year out, but they're a sneaky, do not be shocked if they just kind of poke around this offseason for a QB upgrade. If something available is out there, if you're Dave Canales, do you want to go down swinging with Bryce Young with your head coaching opportunity? I don't know. It feels like I give Dave credit for, he's gotten Bryce at least to this level. I don't know how much further it can go. I just think the limitations are pretty clear and obvious. Okay, let's take a look at the NFC playoff picture. We'll kind of circle to the AFC playoff picture as well. I do think tonight was kind of a moment of separation because the 49ers, to me, again, are not a Super Bowl contender. So the fact that they handle Carolina pretty easily in the Panthers, or despite the 49ers injuries, you're kind of seeing that separation on those fringe playoff teams. Like Dallas at 5-5-1, they are a much bigger threat with Carolina. Now that they have Quinnen Williams, DeMarvion Overshown healthy on defense, Logan Wilson's made some plays. I think Dallas, technically based on percentage points, they're behind Carolina right now. But I think on the outside looking in right now, it's Detroit and then Dallas. I think I'll put it this way: the locks to make the playoffs in the NFC, I think, are the Rams, the Eagles, even though they have some issues right now, and the Seahawks, and then whoever wins the NFC South. Let's just call it Tampa. Rams, Eagles, Seahawks, Tampa. I think Seattle and the Rams are locks out of the West. I think Philadelphia, even if they kind of have a weird stretch here, I still think they'll win the NFC East. And then I think Tampa wins the South. So then you've got the Bears, who are 8-3, the Packers, who are 7-3-1, the 49ers, who are 8-4, Detroit, who is 7-4, Dallas, who is 5-5-1. I think those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams will hold the last 3 spots. Now, obviously, one of those is a lock to win the NFC North. So one of the Bears, Packers, and Lions is guaranteed to make it. I think the North will get at least 2 teams, but they might even get all 3. Let's say the Bears win the division. The Packers and Lions could be the other 2 wildcard teams along with Seattle. So it's nip and tuck right now. Dallas clearly has the longest odds there. They're probably going to have to beat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, which will be a pretty difficult task, but they've seemed to rally the troops around this Marshawn Nealon thing. They got some emotional energy right now. The defense has played better since the trade deadline. And Dak, George Pickens, like that combination's working. So, we'll see if Dallas can make a push here in the NFC. Real quick in the AFC, obviously no changes tonight after an NFC game. But, the AFC is really interesting. I still view the most dangerous teams as the teams who are kind of not near the top right now, right? Kansas City, I think if they just get in, they're certainly very dangerous. The Texans with their defense, if they could get in, they could win a game or 2, I feel like, if C.J. Stroud could get back and just kind of be solid. Their defense is arguably the best in the league right now. Obviously, Denver is awesome on defense, but can Bo Nix play well enough? New England, Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, a couple offensive linemen went down yesterday, but they should be back for the playoffs. So, the Patriots are going to be interesting. Can they translate into the postseason? They have such a young team, not a lot of playoff experience, but they keep winning games. And then a team like the Ravens right now, their defense is playing well, but Lamar is clearly banged up. If you're Baltimore, can Lamar just be healthy come playoff time? Because if that's the case, they're certainly capable. But all these teams have flaws. The Ravens' offense is in a funk. The Bills do not have a lot of help outside of Josh Allen and James Cook right now. Chargers have a million injuries. I do not believe in Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. The Colts have been slipping. Daniel Jones has come back to earth. The Steelers, I'm selling them big time. So it's one of those years in the NFL where it's like, come and take it. I think the Rams are the clear top team. If the Rams are healthy and Stafford's playing like this, they're the team to beat. They're the team to beat, not only in the NFC, but in the NFL. I think they're the most complete team. They're extremely well coached, and they have a quarterback that's just on fire. Matt Stafford right now looks like the MVP of the National Football League. So, which would be a hell of a story for him to finally get an MVP. Kind of be a complete, the final step to a Hall of Fame career. He finally broke through, got a Super Bowl. Now, the only thing lacking is an MVP. He gets an MVP, If he were to get an MVP in a second Super Bowl, does that put him top 10 all time? Kind of crazy to think, who would have said that 5 years ago? He wasn't even considered a Hall of Famer 5 years ago. He hadn't even won a playoff game with Detroit. Goes to the Rams, and it changed his career, and it changed his legacy, and he's still adding to it. So, pretty easy guy to root for. If he were to win the MVP, that would be a hell of a story at 37 years old. And, again, he and McVay, Chris Shula, Devontae, Puka Nacua, that defense, they're rolling. They're rolling right now. You guys let me know who's the team to beat in the NFL. I'm rolling with the Rams right now. My name is Harrison Graham. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys soon.